Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. Today is our August garden tour. It is the very beginning of August and it is hot. You can see it is midday. We are wilting a little bit. They'll be perked back up by this afternoon. If you're new here, I'm in zone 9B in Northern California, and I grow in 3 GreenStalk containers at our apartments. So let's go ahead and get this tour started before I melt. So this is my Thai holy basil. It's actually due to be harvested. I'll be harvesting this probably first thing in the morning and get that going in the dehydrator. It is beautiful. The pollinators love it. I have a little bit more growing over here on the top. I have a couple of strawberries kind of peeking in here. They haven't been doing as great up on the top up here. So some of these holy basils are doing amazing, but some are still just like super small. So it's interesting to me. But we have the collards growing. They're still hanging in there. They have tons and tons of eggs and insect damage and so forth. So my daughter comes home here and we're gonna go ahead, yeah, look at that, little bugs all in there. We're gonna go ahead and harvest and wash most of these and use them up this week, and then decide to move, see if they'll get any more or not. We will be phasing out all of this in September because this soil is from not this spring, but spring of 2022. And so it is time to switch everything out. I've really depleted the soil in these green stalks, and it is time to get new soil, get rid of some of the bug pressure of anything that was laid in the dirt, and then move forward from there. So we did have a ton of pest pressure on our mint, and I went through and I whacked the mint down to like nothing, and I'm starting to get some growth back, which is great, and hopefully I'll be able to harvest some of this. They were just taken over by moths and caterpillars and everything else, and it was really not great. I'm gonna take these off while I'm standing here. My peppers, I don't think they're getting, this weather has been very weird for them. So this one is, I think, my jalapenos. And I got 3 peppers off of here earlier, and they were not jalapenos. So I don't know what it is for sure. We definitely got taken in that pepper gate. I did not start the peppers from seed, so I don't know what these are, but they were not jalapenos. And then this one is a shishito. It's not very big yet. I have had some pollination issues, like this is yellow. This did not get pollinated. But I have also harvested quite a bit of shishitos off of here. Nothing to like write home about, but I get a couple at a time. I'm just using them in cooking. And I have gotten nothing off of my bell pepper yet. The rest of this planter, I'm being careful because there's a wasp flying around. I think this is the bell pepper, yeah. So I have some flowers coming on here, and so hopefully we'll get some, but I again had poor germination here. I did go through and fertilize with a fish fertilizer that's higher in the P and the NPK, and so I'm hoping that's going to help these not to drop. The herbs, the caterpillars really got the rosemary. My thyme's hanging in there. The marigolds are barely hanging in there, and the potatoes are gone. So there's nothing at the bottom of that. And again, I wasn't going to replant for sure until I switched out the soil. This container over here, oh my gosh, guys, this chamomile has been amazingly prolific. It is awesome. I am loving it. I'm out here harvesting all the time, every couple of days. I did not harvest this morning, and I probably should have. So I'll be back out in the morning and harvesting, and I'm just getting tons and tons, which is amazing. So they're still hanging in there. Even through the days we've had like 108, 110, they're still surviving. So I'm happy with that. My basil, just my regular Italian basil, is growing well, which is great. This is a Thai basil, and it's ready for me to harvest some here. But this is growing finally. It's loving the heat. My little orange hat micro tomatoes are doing good. I keep harvesting little bits at a time. It's a little hotter than these things like out here, but they're doing okay. This is my Sugar Rush peach pepper. I bought this from a local grower who grew out of his backyard, not from a nursery. So this should be what it is. I'm finally getting tons and tons of peppers. Little blooms all over this. So I'm really hoping that I'm gonna get some good peppers off of here. I have one big one. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. I have one big one down there. I'm just waiting for it to change colors, and then we'll be set to harvest that. My husband's gonna try that, and if we like it, then we know that we want to grow these in the future for hot sauce. So I have more tomatoes going on. I'm telling you, harvesting these in the heat of the day is amazing. So we have more basil. We're up close to this chamomile now. It almost just hit me in the head. So more tomatoes, more basil. I got some spider webs going on here. I never replanted after I took the beans out. It's just been too hot for anything to really start. So I'm just letting that go. These strawberries, I'm actually not going to bring over till next year. I'm having some weird things pop up on my strawberries. And so because of that, I'm not going to pop them out. And a lot of my strawberries have actually been being eaten by caterpillars. So it's not worth it for me to take up the space for this long for something I'm not getting a ton of harvest on right now. So, but those are all on the bottom row. Not a lot going on in this planter. I mean, there's a lot going on, but not a lot. So I'm getting lots of chamomile. I'm getting basil. I get to pick it fresh. I'm really out of dry basil, which stinks. So until I get that in from Azure, I'm gonna keep just harvesting my fresh basil. The orange hat tomatoes, some of them are doing great, some of them are not. So like this one's not doing super great here. I'm trying out this new, you'll see it here and down on this one. I'm trying out this Velcro and seeing how I like it to hold some of this stuff up. So the jury's still out. I'll let you know come September what I thought about it. But that's it for these two planters. I'll move you over to the other one. So this planter by the door is probably the saddest, most disappointing planter, but I'm going to show you kind of some of the stuff that's going on. So I'm getting bug pressure over here like crazy, and something else. Okay, so I got a temperature warning on my phone and I had to shut it off. But so I want to show you what I'm having issues with. Oh, where is it? So this is starting to get it a little bit. You can see I'm really small here, but down here on my hyssop, oh, where'd they all go? Oh, that has to be a bug then. So I was having little black spots everywhere, but they're kind of gone. So I see little black spots on here, which is, there's a lot of caterpillar poop on here. But on these leaves and on my strawberry leaves, I was having pinpoint black spots evenly over the bottom of my leaves. And that's why I'm confused why they're gone. But, so I was having that issue here. It's all over the place. Oh, here's some. So if you know what that is, I would love to know. It doesn't just like wipe off. So, I don't know. It's weird. But if you know what that is, I would love to know. So I'm having that all the way across. I have chamomile over here I'm still harvesting. My calendula really got wiped out by caterpillars. These are just in here now because I haven't cut them out because I'm going to be replacing the soil over here. My hyssop kind of got eaten up by a bunch of stuff. Still can get some chives. I'm getting some strawberries, but really this whole area has been taken over by caterpillars a lot. So I have some, which looks like I missed these two, which are cute little strawberries. I'll probably pull those here in a second. But again, the calendula, the caterpillars were going inside of them and eating a lot of them before they even bloomed. When I found the little heads, there was, oh, right here. Let's see if it'll focus on it. There's a hole in there. So the caterpillars are going in and eating it before I had a chance to do anything. My nasturtium that I tried for summer did not go. It's too hot for it. The strawberries are hanging down on the bottom, but again, some of them were having those issues. I'm just going to be getting rid of those. So my main thing that's producing in this thing right now are chives and chamomile and some marigolds. So I'm just rolling with it. It is what it is. It's too hot most days to be out here a ton anyway. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So that's kind of where we are. So come back come September and I should be switching out everything in here. It sucks for the peppers because they're going to be like coming into their own then, but I'm having a lot of issues with snails or slugs, and I really want to replace all the dirt because I have a feeling there's a lot of slug eggs in there. And so I'm just going to pull it all. My husband just said cut the losses with it. It's not worth it with 3 peppers, and just get what we can through August. So it's kind of where we are. We're going to do the fall reset. We're doing lots of fall gardening, starting plants and stuff. At the end of this week, we'll be starting plants here in just a couple of days inside for the GreenStalks. So we hope to see you back in September to see what's going on. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you've subscribed, and we'll see you on the next one.